On tonight's episode of the podcast, we talk about the creepy new number one film in the world. It is called Weapons, and I got a lot to talk about with this one. Over on the streaming side, Eddie Murphy is back with The Pickup. Is it worth the watch? We're going to talk about it. Over on the TV side, I finally got around to MobLand. Is it worth it? We're going to talk about it. Got a couple other TV shows I want to definitely shout out. And of course, we got the news of the week. So come on, guys. It's time for a new Am I on the Air? Oh, well, all right. What is going down, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new edition of Am I on the Air? My name is DONMEGA, and I'm your host. I'm so happy that you're here to join me once again to get caught up with all the latest and the greatest when it comes to entertainment news and television, movies, and non-spoiler reviews. You come right here on a week-by-week basis to get caught up with it all. Tonight, it's season 30. It's episode 15, and tonight's show is titled 2:17 a.m. We're going to get into that in just a second. We're breaking down the news from August the 6th through today, August the 12th. So hope August is going well for you guys, but we got a lot to talk about, so we're going to dive right on in. I'm going to start with the new number one film, Weapons. Man, oh man, Weapons. The movie that has far surpassed anybody's expectations at the box office. Everybody's running out and checking this one out. Some people really love it. Some people don't get it. Some people are like, what the hell was that? And that's what's great about film, right? It's subjective. You'd never know what you're going to walk into. But what I can tell you about Weapons is from the very first trailer, I was intrigued. I was super intrigued. I was locked in. I was ready. The second trailer came out. Boom, my anticipation level went up. I was like, that looks fantastic. Went and saw it in IMAX, and I'm happy to report it was pretty fantastic. I loved it. This is a movie here that could have gone sideways, and for some people, it definitely will go sideways because it is not your typical kind of film. It takes some risk. It does some weird stuff. And for some people, it's just not going to work, and you're going to say that was stupid, and you're not going to get it, and you're just going to kind of just chalk this film off. Is this movie a real, true horror film? I'm going to say no. I find this movie to be more of a thriller, to be more of a mystery, a what happened, right? If you've seen the trailer, you know that at 2:17 a.m., every child from Mrs. Gandy's class woke up, got out of bed, went downstairs, opened the front door, and walked into the dark. And they never came back. All but one child of the same class mysteriously vanishes on the same night at exactly the same time. A community is left questioning who or what is behind the disappearance. It's definitely a premise that you can get behind that really stimulates, right? You got this classroom, 17 of the 18 kids disappear. What's up with that one kid that didn't disappear? What's up with the teacher of that class? What's up with the community? Where did these kids go? Right? This is a current day film, so we have things like Ring cameras, we have things, security cameras, that see these kids running out of their house and running across the street, running into the dark. Where did they go? That is the question that Weapons tries to answer. And then in this film, you got Julia Garner, who is on fire right now. Josh Brolin, who is always amazing. Alden Ehrenreich. I'm so happy that this guy's getting more projects because he's great. Austin Abrams. Benedict Wong. So, in this film, it's just, man, I don't want to spoil nothing. And the way I try to dance around it, it's let me see here. What I'm going to say is that this film, to an extent, is a very slow burn. It's 2 hours and 9 minutes. It definitely takes its time to get where it needs to go to. And typically, I'm not a guy who likes to waste my time. I'm not a guy that likes slow burns, but for some reason, it really worked with this film. It's directed by Zach Kreger, who did Barbarian. And I've seen a lot of people say, well, if you like Barbarian, you're going to like this movie. If you didn't like Barbarian, you're not going to like this movie. And I don't think that's a fair statement, because Barbarian is a very weird movie that does some really odd things. And I don't know, like, I wasn't the biggest fan of Barbarian. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. It was okay. But that movie bared no resemblance or factor to me on how I felt about weapons. So I wouldn't go into it thinking that kind of logic. With this movie here, it is creepy. It is tense. And what I'm going to tell you right now, I don't really consider this a spoiler, but going in that this movie tells the story from different perspectives. It's not a linear movie. Like, we go in, we find out what happened, these kids are gone. And then we see Julia Garner's story. We see Josh Brolin's story. We see Alden Ehrenreich's story. We see Austin Abrams' story. We see Benedict Wong's story. And we see it all come together at the end for the big payoff, right? What really happened with these kids? And I think the payoff is satisfying. I think the ending is satisfying. I loved it. I really got a kick out of this. It was a little jarring in the pivoting of the stories, because I felt like every time something really good started to happen, they were like, next story. And then something really good started to happen, next story. It would just keep pivoting, and then it was like edging to a climax, and then just being like, you can't do it. But at the end, you finally get to do it, right? So it's interesting, man, and I really, really had a great time with it. I think it is one of the better movies of the year. I think it's worth checking out. If for some reason you're on the fence, give it a whirl. I loved it, and I highly recommend it. So I'm going to give Weapons 4 out of 5 stars. Performances are outstanding, direction's outstanding, and like I said, I really liked the way the story unfolded and the way it turned, and it was a blast. I would even go see this again in the theater, and that is saying something. All right, my next film is pivoting over to the streaming side of things, and it's a new comedy, crime, action thriller with Eddie Murphy. It's his new film called The Pickup. Now, this one here has Eddie Murphy. It has Pete Davidson. It's got Keke Palmer. Eva Longoria is in here as well. So in this movie here, you basically have stupid ass Pete Davidson, and they're armored car drivers. They pick up the money at all the different stores and fancy places, and they of course get robbed. They want their truck, they want to go rob a casino, they get pulled into the heist, right? So a routine cash pickup takes a wild turn when mismatched armored truck drivers Russell and Travis are ambushed by ruthless criminals led by savvy mastermind Zoe. So you see it in the trailer, you see it kind of right off the bat. Pete Davidson hooks up with Zoe, played by Keke Palmer, and he's super infatuated by her, and then she's the one leading off this bad gang that is trying to carjack them for the armored truck. And then he finds out, oh shit, she was playing me, right? Like, because they flash back to their weekend together, and obviously she's getting all the information from him about dead zones and communication and how long from point A to point B so she could plan this heist. But she wants to rob this casino, and she loops Eddie Murphy and Pete Davidson into it with her. Overall, what can I say? This movie is cheesy. It is really cheesy. It's nothing that I would ever go back and revisit, but it wasn't bad at the same time, man. I think coming off of like War of the Worlds with Ice Cube, that's bad. And then you have a movie like this that's passable, man. It's passable, right? This is a streaming movie. It was something I threw on a Saturday night, kicked back for an hour and a half, had a couple good laughs, and just, you just have fun with it, man. That's all that you can really do with a movie like this. So at the end of the day, I'll give the Pickup 3 out of 5. It was good. It was a fun time. Especially when you're looking at it from a streaming standpoint. If this was in the theater, I'd be like, it was a disappointment. It was probably just like a 2-star movie kind of overall. But for being a home streamer, kicking back, like I said, Saturday night, it's a perfect runtime in an hour and a half. It's got some pretty cool cameos that pop up. Yeah, it did its job, man. So I think, you're not harming anything by checking this one out. I'll give it a thumbs up. Check it. It's now streaming on Prime Video. That is The Pickup. My next film is something that I was kind of reluctant to see, and I'm going to blame all the critics out there for making me sit through this thing. Clown in a Cornfield. Now, some of you were like, well, what the hell is that, right? This movie kind of came and went, but at the same time, it did pretty decent for a couple weeks that it was in the movie theater for the limited engagement that it was. This movie here, listen to this. Quinn and her father have just moved to the quiet town of Kettle Springs, hoping for a fresh start. Instead, she discovers a fractured community that has fallen on hard times after treasured Bay Pen corn syrup factory burned down. As the locals bicker amongst themselves and tensions boil over, a sinister, grinning figure emerges from the cornfields to cleanse the town of its burdens, one bloody victim at a time. So, I remember when this trailer dropped, I was like, stupid, don't care. And, we already have a good clown, and that is Terrifier, right? We have Art the Clown, and the Terrifier movies are fun. They're good. So I'm like, really? We're going to do another clown thing? Clown in the Cornfield, another horror movie, slash 'em. I blew this movie off. I didn't care. And then the review started to come out, and this thing's like, it was fresh. This movie is fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. And I was like, huh. And then I started reading some reviews, and they're like, you know what? It's a fun time. And I'm like, huh, okay. So I noticed the other day this movie dropped on AMC Plus, and I said, all right, I'm going to give it a shot. This movie sucks. It sucked. It was horrible. It's only an hour and a half. It was a struggle to get through. I wanted to shut it off. I found nothing redeeming about this. The kills are stupid. The movie's stupid. And I'm done talking about it. So 1 out of 5 stars for Clown in the Cornfield. I hated this one. All right, moving on over to the TV side. I finally got around to checking out the first episode of MobLand. This is the new show over on Paramount Plus that has Tom Hardy, Pierce Brosnan. You got Helen Mirren in this thing. This was originally supposed to be like a spinoff of Ray Donovan, which I love Ray Donovan. But then they ended up kind of rehauling it and just making it something totally different and unrelated, which I was fine with. And I've heard nothing but great things. The season has already finished. They've already renewed the show for season 2. I've been stoked to watch it. I just haven't had the time. So I watched the first episode the other night, and I didn't really like it. I did not really like it at all. Everyone in the show has a very, very heavy accent, which was very jarring to me. I'm going to have to watch this show with the subtitles on. It had some moments, but overall, I found it very, very bland. Now, it is just the first episode. I am not giving up. I always tell you guys, you should give shows at least 3 episodes to kind of get its groove going. And by that point, if it doesn't, then you can kind of bounce out and feel okay about it. So I will continue. Like I said, I've heard nothing but great things. I'm hoping the show will continue to ramp up, but that first episode did not do it for me. So kind of disappointed because I was looking really, really forward to this one. Okay, that's the only new thing I checked out this week. Everything else has just been continuing my journey down the shows I'm already watching. If you're not checking out Platonic, you need to do that. I just wanted to take a moment to shout out a couple things. Platonic on Apple TV Plus, hilarious, so good. You should be watching it. Smoke on Apple TV Plus, so good, so amazing. This week will be the finale. I can't wait to see how this show ends. Resident Alien. This show just finished. It just wrapped up its 4th and final episode of the 4th season. And yeah, this show is over, and I loved it. I loved this show from beginning to end, but they really stuck the landing here. I thought the finale episode was incredible. It was touching. It was heartwarming. It brought a tear to my eye. This show, led by Alan Tudyk, he is fantastic in this show, and this was just a hell of a finale. Guys, go check this out on Peacock. If you've never seen this show, it is hilarious. Alan Tudyk plays an alien that comes to Earth to destroy it, but then ends up falling in love with the human culture, and then other stuff happens with aliens, and it's 4 seasons, man, but they're hilarious episodes. It is a fun show. I'm going to miss it tremendously, but the show is now over, so I wanted to give it its love, give it its flowers, that you guys should definitely check it out. And I got to give my flowers also to Dexter Resurrection. I know we're only, I think we're a little bit past the midway point on this new season, but it's so good. It is fan-frickin-tastic. So if you haven't been checking out Dexter, you need to do so. If for some reason you used to be a fan and you fell out, or you didn't like New Blood, whatever the case may be, this show is so good. It is a return to form. It is amazing. If you've ever been a Dexter fan, or even if you've never watched Dexter, this is the show to watch. It is so good. Every week I am just counting down to a new episode. And yeah, each episode ends with me just wanting more and more and more. So definitely check it out over on Paramount Plus. All right, that's what I got for you guys. I wanted to give some love. Over on the movie side, again, we got Weapons, 4 out of 5 stars now in theaters. We got The Pickup over on Amazon Prime Video. You can now stream it. Clown on a Cornfield, you can stream over on AMC Plus. So like I said, Weapons 4 out of 5, The Pickup 3 out of 5, Clown in a Cornfield 1 out of 5. Over on the TV side, MobLand, whole season now streaming on Paramount Plus. Go check out Platonic on Apple TV Plus, Smoke on Apple TV Plus, Resident Alien on Peacock, and Dexter Resurrection over on Paramount Plus as well. All right, guys, now let's get into our box office. Coming in at number 10, it is Sketch. Number 9 is Together. Number 8 is F1. Number 7, Jurassic World Rebirth. Number 6, Superman. Number 5, The Naked Gun. Number 4, The Bad Guys 2. Number 3, The Fantastic Four First Steps. Number 2 in its debut, and a very good debut here, Freakier Friday. That's right, Lindsay Lohan back with Jamie Lee Curtis for the sequel. Made $28.5 million in its debut. That's a lot more than I would have ever given this movie credit for. So congratulations, Freakier Friday at number 2 with 28.5. And number 1, like we talked about, Weapons. Killing it, slaying it at the box office. $43.5 million, man. What an amazing debut for Weapons. It was, I think the movie only cost $40 million to make, so it made 43 alone just here in the US, not counting internationally, which I think it's over 70 million worldwide. So this movie has done its job already in 1 week, and I think it's going to continue to hold for quite some time. So that is your box office, my friends. Let's get on over to our news of the week. And again, if you want to check out any of these news, check out any posters, watch any trailers, read any articles, best page to do that is our X page. It's x.com/MIOnTheAir. You can find everything you need right there. I'm going to start things off with a couple streaming notes that some big changes coming in 2026. Number 1 on the WWE side, ESPN teaming up with WWE. ESPN, for those of you that don't know, are starting their own streaming platform. Now, we all know there's ESPN Plus through the Disney Plus app and bundle. We're not talking about ESPN Plus. This is all of ESPN, all in one place. This is a direct-to-consumer app that I think is just going to be called ESPN. It launches later this month. But starting in 2026, this app will be the platform in the United States for every WWE Premium Live event. So that means all their former pay-per-views, right? Like WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, so forth. They will all be included on this ESPN app. Right now, all of these pay-per-views are included on Peacock. So Peacock will be losing the license here for the PLEs, and all the PLEs will be going over to this ESPN app. I am not a fan of this. I am not a fan of this at all. I am not a big sports guy. I don't want to see anything else on ESPN, and I don't want to subscribe to a new app that's going to cost $30 a month. The ESPN app is $29.99 a month. That is insane. It is the most expensive app that's out there. I don't know why it's so goddamn much, but this really bums me out. I have every streamer available. I wish WWE would have done something to think about the average consumer. This is not being met with a lot of enthusiasm online. A lot of people very, very upset here. The only thing I can hope for is I'm hearing there might be a bundle with Disney Plus. I already have a Disney Plus bundle, so maybe, for another $10 a month or something, they'll throw this into it, and then I can subscribe, and we'll see. If they don't do something like that, then it looks like VPN is going to be the road that I'll have to go down. I hate to say it, but they're putting me in no other option. And then another streaming deal was just launched. Since we're talking about this, I'm going to kind of pivot to news that kind of broke yesterday. The UFC. So we have WWE with this ESPN app. The UFC has signed a massive $1 billion deal with Paramount. So they are no longer going to do pay-per-views anymore, and all of their pay-per-views will be on Paramount Plus for free. So if you are a Paramount Plus subscriber, you'll be able to watch all the fight nights, all the pay-per-views, everything UFC related right on Paramount Plus for no additional charge. That is amazing. I love to see it. So what a great move for the UFC, even though I'm pissed at WWE for this ESPN one. I wish WWE would have went to Paramount Plus. I would have been totally happy with that. But that's a big win for UFC, man. I know a lot of people, including myself, that I used to be majorly into UFC, and I just stopped watching because I didn't want to pay for all these pay-per-views. And a lot of my friends felt the same way. So now with this happening, this doesn't start till 2026, but with that happening, maybe, I can get back into the UFC more. So I think it's a great deal. That's a big win. So that's your big streaming updates, man. WWE going to the new ESPN app, and Paramount Plus going to host all the UFC pay-per-views, all starting in 2026. All right, we have a couple new really cool posters for the new movie Him, which is coming out September 19th. It's the new horror thriller. And along with the posters, we got the new trailer as well. No Guts, No Glory. Him, again, hitting theaters September 19th. These trailers are super weird. They're super freaky. They don't really tell you what the hell's going on in these movies, which is fine for me, because it has me very, very intrigued, and I can't wait to see what this movie really is, so I'll be there. We have your first look at Alan Ritchson in Motor City. The film follows an auto worker whose life is taken away from him when he's framed for a crime and sent to prison. Upon his release, he decides to unleash vengeance on those who framed him. So, hey man, I love Alan Ritchson. This film sounds great. It sounds like another season of Reacher. So I'm in for it, man. Let's do it right there. That's my next Batman right there. Yes, we got celebrating 10 years of Hamilton. It is the 10-year anniversary of Hamilton. The hit musical is going to hit theaters for the first time ever starting on September 5th. My wife already got tickets. She was like, "You want to go?" I'm like, "I do not. I cannot sit through 3 hours of Alexander Hamilton." I already did that through Disney Plus one time, and that was rough, man. I don't think I could do it through the theater at all, man. We have the first trailer for A24's new movie, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. This hits theaters in October. It stars Rose Byrne, Conan O'Brien, Danielle McDonald, and A$AP Rocky. Director John M. Chu and the cast of Wicked for Good have dropped a behind-the-scenes look at the sequel, so we posted that up for you guys, along with 2 new character posters for Wicked for Good. Tulsa King Season 3 teaser trailer has dropped. That's right, Sylvester Stallone is back in Tulsa King Season 3. I love this show. I cannot wait. Paramount Plus, baby. So check out the first teaser trailer there. We have the trailer for Code 3. This stars The Office's Rainn Wilson and Little Rel Howery as paramedics that you definitely don't want. So check out the trailer for Code 3. We have the trailer for Orlando Bloom's new boxing movie called The Cut. It's a very interesting trailer there about the weight loss he has to achieve to do this boxing match. We have the trailer for Adulthood. This is Josh Gad finding a dead body in his parents' basement. So check out the trailer for Adulthood. We also have the new trailer for Eden. This is the new film from Ron Howard that stars Sydney Sweeney, Vanessa Kirby, and Ana de Armas. What a trifecta right there, man. Whoo, baby. You got me. Liam Neeson, Joe Keery are fighting killer fungus in the new teaser trailer for Cold Storage. This movie comes out next year. Looks fun. Looks kind of like Zombieland. So glad to see Liam Neeson sticking with some comedy here. Mike Coulter has been cast in Cupertino, which will be a legal drama from Robert and Michelle King. This is in development over at CBS. Logan Marshall Green has just joined the cast of CBS's upcoming Yellowstone spinoff, Why Marshalls. Jesse Smollett, yes, that Jesse Smollett, is among the season 4 cast of Fox's new show, Special Forces. So we have the list of him and all the other names that are signing up for this new reality show. Law and Order Toronto Criminal Intent, we have the first trailer for season 1 sneak peek. The Hulu app, as you know it today, will be soon no more. That's right, Disney will be fully integrating Hulu into Disney Plus with a new unified app that will be made available next year in 2026. So I had a feeling this was coming. You know, about 6 months ago or so, most of Hulu already started popping up on Disney Plus, and they were really trying to bring everybody over and say, hey, man, Disney Plus, we do it all, right? Because you don't get the Disney Plus stuff on Hulu, but you get the Hulu stuff on Disney Plus. So it felt like only a matter of time before everything was fully integrated. And yeah, now it is official. Hulu will be going away. This kind of bums me out. I love Hulu. Hulu is one of my favorite streamers. I actually, even though I have Disney Plus and Hulu, I still watch everything Hulu on the Hulu app. I don't ever watch anything Hulu through Disney Plus. So that's going to definitely be a change of pace for me, having to do it all through Disney Plus. But good on them. I mean, it makes sense, and you know, it streamlines everything down to one app, which is always a good thing. So there you go there. Like I said, the new ESPN app, we do have an official launch date. It'll be Thursday, August 21st. That's when you'll be able to get that. Dave Bautista is in final negotiations to play the villain in the upcoming remake of The Highlander. Of course, this is the one with Henry Cavill. Russell Crowe is in here as his father. It's directed by Chad Stahelski from John Wick. I'm so excited for this Highlander film. And then I see Dave Bautista as the villain. He's going to be the Kurgan. Oh my God, man. Come on. Sign me up, man. This just made the movie shoot through the roof for me. So I would love to see Henry Cavill clash it up with Bautista. That's going to be awesome. So great update there for Highlander. The Batman Part 2 will finally begin filming next year. They are aiming for an October 1st, 2027 theatrical release date. Of course, the script was just turned in back in June, so they are in pre-production right now. Noah Hawley, talking about Alien Earth, which just dropped today on FX and Hulu, says that the show takes place around the same time as James Cameron's Aliens. He says the events of the first film will be referenced. It's somewhere around the events of the second film, either before or just after. So there you go there. James Gunn is officially going to direct the next DC movie that is, quote unquote, they're saying, in the super family over at DC Studios after Superman's success. We knew James Gunn said he was writing a movie that was going to feature Superman, but it was not Superman 2, just something in that world, right? So I don't know. When they say super family, there's a lot of confusion. People are thinking, oh, is it a team-up movie with Supergirl? Is it a big adventure with him and Krypto? Are they going to bring in other people from Krypton? You know, like, where are they doing super family? I don't know if you could take it that direct. I feel like it's just, when they say super family, it's just a way to be vague and generic, that they're doing something unique in the DC universe that will utilize Superman, maybe Supergirl, because they'll have their movies out already. So we'll have to wait and see what it turns into, but that is what James Gunn is working on. He's writing the script, and now it is official that he will direct it as well. The Punisher special is officially wrapped filming. This will release on Disney Plus in 2026. All the new episodes of King of the Hill are now streaming over on Hulu. Phony. Hulu has greenlit Phony, which will be a half-hour mystery starring Connie Britton and Sam Novella. The show comes from creator Nick Pauly from Marcel with the Shell with Shoes On and Broad City, who will serve as a co-showrunner with Anthony King from the After Party in Silicon Valley. So, hey man, good casting. We'll see what happens with that. Slow Horses Season 5 will premiere September 24th over on Apple TV+. We have the first poster for a new horror movie called Good Boy, which hits theaters October 3rd. This is a movie with a dog. It's a horror movie where supposedly you're going to see it from the perspective of the dog. So, very, very interesting there. We have the official trailer for Netflix's The Thursday Murder Club, of course starring Helen Mirren, Pierce Brosnan, Ben Kingsley. So this is coming out soon on Netflix, so check out the trailer there. We have the first poster for the Office spinoff, The Paper. This is going to hit streaming on Peacock starting on September 4th. And of course, with the poster, we got the first official trailer. So again, September 4th on Peacock. Let's see here. I watched the trailer. I didn't laugh very much, and it looks really cheesy. So I'm going to still give it a shot. It could just be a bad trailer. But I am a little sad because being based in the world of The Office, I just expected a hell of a lot more for this show. But we'll wait and see. I will hold judgment until I see that first episode. A new era begins. Percy Jackson and the Olympians Season 3 is now in production. We don't even have Season 2 yet, and they're already filming Season 3. Percy Jackson is now like 30 years old. It's kind of crazy how much we jumped from Season 1 to 3. Don't miss Season 2, dropping on Disney Plus December 10th. Let's see here. Zach Kreger says he wrote a DC movie which features key Batman characters, but really focuses on just a henchman. So he says he wrote a very unique story and he might even pitch it to DC. So we'll see what happens there with that. Netflix is teaming John Cena and Kevin Hart together for a new action movie. I love the pairing there. Classic 80s sci-fi video game Space Invaders is going to be getting a movie adaptation. Sebastian Stan is going to star in a new Frankenstein movie. Cruel Summer is reportedly returning to Freeform with Olivia Holt back as Kate Wallace. Goosebumps has been canceled over at Disney+. Country music sensation Kane Brown is set to guest star in the series premiere of ABC's highly anticipated 911 spinoff of 911 Nashville. Wizards Beyond Waverly Place Season 2 will arrive in September. We have the first trailer, and this, of course, is on Disney Channel and Disney+. We have the fall TV premiere dates to save. That's right, 120-plus shows premiering this fall. And we even have on the link a printable calendar that you can put up so you never forget where your show is coming. New Line is now officially moving forward with a follow-up for Final Destination Bloodlines, hiring the movie's co-writer, Laurie Evans Taylor, to write the next installment. This was a no-brainer. Final Destination's Bloodline was loved by everybody. It's killing streaming right now on HBO Max. This was a massive hit. It was the most profitable movie and the highest grossing movie in the Final Destination franchise. Of course, you're going to make another sequel, man. That is a no-brainer. Kristen Wiig is joining Jonah Hill in the new Warner Brothers comedy feature Cut Off, with the stars playing a pair of entitled siblings. I'm sold just off that log line. I love it. I could see these two being just the brother and sister that are so cool because they're so rich and awesome, and then they get cut off. What are they going to do now without their money? Over on the TV ratings side, South Park kills it again with its second episode of season 27, killing it. On-air viewers surge. Michael Bay has exited Netflix's action film Fast and Loose that he was going to do with Will Smith. Supposedly, this is over creative differences with Will Smith. It sounds like Michael Bay wanted to make a straight-up action movie, and Will Smith wanted to make a comedy, and they just kept butting heads, and finally Michael Bay said, okay, then I guess I can't do this film, and he is off the project. So that's a bummer, man. I was looking forward to these two reuniting because, of course, they did Bad Boys together. Warner Brothers intends to release 12 to 14 new films a year, split between 1 to 2 WB tentpoles, 1 to 2 DC Studios films, 3 to 4 New Line releases, 1 to 2 animated films, and 1 to 2 modestly budgeted original films. Weapons director Zach Kreger is set to direct a new Resident Evil next. So yes, that is true. There was a rumor going around for a while. it is true. He is going to do Resident Evil next. He wants to do an homage to the video games, but he's doing his own original story. He's not adapting the game directly. All right, continuing on. One Piece has been renewed for Season 3 over on Netflix. We also have your first teaser trailer for Season 2, which premieres in 2026. We have the official trailer for My Life with the Walter Boys Season 2. This premieres August 28th over on Netflix. F1 has become Brad Pitt's highest grossing film with him as a leading role, so congratulations there. Monica Barbaro and Caleb Turner have been cast in One Night Only. This is a new rom-com that follows two strangers who scramble to find someone to sleep with on the one night of the year where premarital sex is legal. This is going to hit theaters on August 7th of 2026. We have the first poster for Wednesday's Season 2 Part 2. That's right, this releases September 3rd on Netflix. I know I should have already watched Wednesday. I'm actually very sad because my daughter loves Wednesday. So I was all ready to binge this show with her for part 1. And I said, okay, babe, are you ready to watch Wednesday? And she was like, I want to watch it by myself. I don't want to watch it with you guys. And she binged it in her bedroom by herself and left me and the wife very sad that she didn't want to watch the show with her parents. And just a little bummed because I wanted to watch it with her. I thought there's not many shows left anymore where you can watch them with your kids. And I was ready for Wednesday. So now I got to watch this on my own. I didn't get a chance to watch it. So that would have been the new show of the week. But hopefully I'll have it watched before next show. All right. Sorry. We got another new poster for Him, produced by Jordan Peele, directed by Justin Tipping. The horror film follows a college quarterback who is taken into a sinister world by his idol to see what he's willing to sacrifice for fame. Miranda Cosgrove and Pearson Fode star in the official trailer for Netflix's new rom-com, The Wrong Paris. We have a behind-the-scenes look at day one on set of Spider-Man Brand New Day. This is pretty cool, man. I love that Sony is putting videos and set photos out of now they're filming Spider-Man and they're not hiding stuff like Marvel typically seems to do. So embrace it, man. I think it's pretty damn cool and refreshing. Warner Brothers has become the first studio in history to have 6 consecutive films earn $40 million plus during their openings. We had Minecraft, Sinners, Final Destination Bloodlines, F1, Superman, and Weapons. So that's pretty damn cool, man, especially when 50% of these are original films. So I'd love to see it. Noah Centineo is going to star as a young John Rambo. That's right. The iconic character made famous by Sylvester Stallone. They're going to do an upcoming prequel movie called John Rambo. And yes, Noah Centineo will be playing John himself. So congratulations, man. I don't know Noah very well. I've seen him in a couple things. I can kind of see it, that he could be John Rambo here. I don't know if we needed a prequel, but we'll see. I mean, I like Rambo, so we'll see how it plays out. Shrek 5 is on the move. That's right. It has departed its December 23rd, 2026 date to Wednesday, June 30th, 2027. So it is no longer going to open around the crowded holiday corridor that features currently Avengers Doomsday, Dune Part 3, and Ice Age 6. So yeah, Shrek was like, peace, we getting the F out of here. So it will now be June 30th, 2027. Congratulations to The Pickup that we talked about earlier with Eddie Murphy. It is the #1 film worldwide over on Prime Video. We have the first new poster for Mark Ruffalo and Tom Pelphrey's new HBO Max show Task, and the new trailer just dropped today as well. This hits HBO Max on September 7th. Channing Tatum and Rebecca Wang have joined the English voice cast of Demon Slayer. Channing will voice Kaizo and Rebecca will voice Koyuki. Let's see here. Lily James and Dan Stevens star in the first trailer for Swiped. This is going to hit streaming starting on September 19th over on Hulu. This is the true story about the foundation of Tinder and how it turned into Bumble and all that good stuff. So pretty cool there, inspired by the $1 billion true story. So it looks pretty good. We have your first look at a new 5-part documentary series called Mr. Scorsese. This premieres October 17th on Apple TV+. We have the first poster for One Piece Season 2. Again, the new season sets sail on Netflix on 2026. For all you Swifties out there, Taylor Swift has announced her brand new album is called The Life of a Showgirl. We don't have a release date yet, but we know it'll be sometime in September or October. So keep your eye out there for that. As of Monday, August 11th, CBS soap operas Beyond the Gates and The Young and the Restless officially exist in the same universe. Ooh, some universe crossover there. William H. Macy will star alongside Chris Maloney in Hulu's NFL drama from the This Is Us creator Dan Fogelman. Max Minghella is in talks to join the DC Studios horror movie Clayface. Let's see here. John Malkovich has been added to the cast of Apple TV Plus's upcoming rom-com series Prodigies. He'll be a guest star. The show will star Ayo Edebiri and Diddy. This is the series from series creator Will Sharp as Ren. Netflix's Unaccustomed Earth has cast Sarayu Blue to the cast. Let's see here. Oh man, this was kind of crazy. Last night, Ryan Reynolds put up a picture on Instagram of the Avengers A with an anarchy symbol over it. Huh. Is this a tease that Deadpool might actually be in Avengers Doomsday? I hope so. I don't know why else he would post this, but it is Ryan Reynolds and he loves to fuck with us. So we'll see what ends up happening from this, but pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. We have the first trailer for Only Murders in the Building Season 5. This premieres September 9th over on Hulu. We have the first poster for Timothée Chalamet's new film, Marty Supreme. This is directed by Josh Safdie, and tomorrow the trailer will debut. The Naked Gun might possibly be getting a sequel. They are looking into it right now. Movie was so hilarious. I hope it does. K-Pop Demon Hunters is going to be getting a sing-along version that'll hit theaters for a couple days at the end of the month. Angelina Jolie is teaming with Doug Liman for a new spy thriller called The Initiative. Multiple sources are saying that Warner Brothers and New Line have already been talking with director Zach Cregger about making a Weapons prequel that will explore the origin story of Aunt Gladys. So very interesting there. We'll see if he moves forward with that. Lakeith Stanfield, Jason Clarke, Sam Claflin, and Trevante Rhodes have all signed up to duty for the new film Fast, which is an acronym. It's written by Taylor Sheridan. It's a new action movie that's being set up over at Warner Brothers. So good little cast there. Kevin Hart is going to lead a new stand-up comedy competition that'll be hosted over on Netflix. We have the final episodes, the final season of Upload is dropping this month. And I thought it was going to be a full season, but I guess it's just a 4-part series finale event. It's going to hit August 25th for Upload. Again, are you ready? It is the final 4-part series finale event. August 25th. I love this show. This is a fantastic show. And I'm a little sad to see it go, but I'm ready for it. So can't wait for Upload. Alicia Silverstone says that she wouldn't want to mess up the Clueless legacy with the new reboot, but she says they're going to move forward with it. They're going to do their best to honor the original movie. They're in very early stages, but yes, they're going to do a continuation of the series over on Peacock. And lastly, Superman. For all you Superman fans, it is coming to your home this Friday. That's right. It is hitting premium VOD this Friday, August 15th. It is available now for pre-order. It is still in theaters, so it doesn't mean you have to buy it. If you want to go watch it again in the theater, like Geeky Pat 5 times, go check it out. It is worth it. It's an amazing movie, my favorite movie of the year. But I will definitely be buying this on Friday as well. So I'm ready to add it to the collection. Get it on digital, August 15th. Obviously, it's going to probably be like $30, but it will be available on PVOD starting Friday. And now on that note, my friends, I know we went a little long. We went about 12 minutes over our normal show, but we got you through all the news of the week. There was a lot to talk about, so let me get you on out of here. Let me plug amiontheair.com is the official webpage. Everything you need right there. All the links, the shows, everything's there. Bookmark it, share it. It's all you need, amiontheair.com. But make sure you like us on Facebook, facebook.com/amiontheair. Give us a like. Give us a follow over on X. Simply Am I on the Air? You can follow me directly at DXDonMega. Same handles over on Threads, Blue Sky. So if you've moved around, just find us on whatever social media you use. Simply search Am I on the Air. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all simply at Am I on the Air. So make sure you follow all along on all the socials, man. We appreciate it. We'll follow you back. Thank you to our great affiliates at Red Dragons Radio and the Pop Culture Pros. Follow at Red Dragons Radio. Follow at PopCulture_Pros. Thank you for always streaming our show on demand. Please give us a like and a follow and a rating on whatever podcast feed you listen to, whether it's Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, whatever the case may be. Take a second, leave 5 stars, leave a thumbs up, whatever their rating system is. Give us some love. We'd really appreciate it. And that'll do it, man. That'll do it for me this week. We'll be going back to the theater this weekend to check out Nobody 2. So I'm very excited to check that one out. I love the first one. Looking for a fun action ride, and I think that one will deliver. And we'll be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. So take care of yourselves and each other. And until next time, y'all. Peace.
Red Drag!